Good morning, friends and family. This is Chef D Night and Date Night Catering with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. So before I get into today's episode, man, just three things I want to talk about real quick. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, or you know me personally, you know I've had to cancel my April 4th event due to the coronavirus situation. So I will be back in June. So please don't worry. There will be another event. Second thing I want to tell you is that my heart goes out to every single person that's been impacted by COVID-19 or the coronavirus outbreak. Man, do everything that you can to make sure you stay safe, that you stay healthy, and that you are protecting yourself and those around you. Now, third thing I want to talk about is today's episode of Funk Up the Flavor. It's going to be a Dutch baby. So what exactly is a Dutch baby? Well, it's a French-style pancake, so it's actually baked instead of cooked on the stove top. So it's a really easy recipe. You can add like some really nice flavor into it. So when I come back, I'm going to show you guys how to funk up a Dutch baby. All right, so here are our ingredients for a Dutch baby. So we've got 3 eggs. We've got 3/4 cup of milk. We've got 1 tablespoon of vanilla and juice of half of a fresh squeezed lemon. I've got 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 pinch of salt, and zest from 1 lemon, 4 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cups of flour, a blender, and a Dutch oven, or you can use a cast iron skillet. So I've got my oven temperature at 400 degrees and it's already preheated. Listen, anytime that you're cooking, always turn your oven on first, or put your pots or your pans on the stove. Get them hot before you do anything else. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 4 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna add it to our Dutch oven or cast iron skillet. And then we're gonna put this in the oven until this butter melts. There we go. Now, for our Dutch baby, you want to blend all this stuff together. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the wet ingredients. Because I made this yesterday and I added the dry ingredients first, and there was a lot stuck in the bottom. So let's put the eggs in first. Then we're going to go with the vanilla and lemon juice. Then we're going to go with the milk. And then we're gonna go with the flour. Be careful when you dump this flour in there. Just don't dump it. Just kind of gently put it in there so it doesn't bounce back on you. Then we're gonna put the sugar, salt, and lemon zest in last. Now I'm gonna review these ingredients with you before I blend this. 4 tablespoons of butter, which is in the oven. 1 tablespoon of vanilla, along with half of a lemon, fresh squeeze. Zest from 1 lemon, along with 3 tablespoons of sugar, a pinch of salt, 3/4 cups of milk, 3/4 cups of flour, and that's it. Very simple recipe. So I'm about to blend all this together and make it really smooth. Then once I blend this together, I'm gonna come back and show you how to put this Dutch baby together. All right, family, so welcome back. Now, this is what the Dutch baby looks like after it's blended. As you can see, it's kind of got like a lot of air bubbles on top. It's really creamy looking, so that is exactly what you want. Now, if you do not have a blender, you can hand mix this for about 3 minutes on high, and you'll achieve the same effect. Now, if you don't have a hand blender, if you don't have a blender, you don't have a hand mixer, and all you have is a whisk, you're gonna probably need to work about a good 8 to 10 minutes to get the same consistency. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, once the butter is completely melted, which it's probably got about 2 minutes until it's completely melted. Let's check on the butter. Oh, I lied to you, it's already melted. Great. That's what I get for guessing instead of checking, huh? So what we're gonna do with this butter is we're gonna dump it right in there on our Dutch baby. Now, before we do that, just kind of swirl it around in the pan to get it coated. And then you're gonna pour it all in there. Then we're gonna go back on the blender until this is all incorporated. And then once it's incorporated, we're going to pour it in our Dutch baby and bake it for 20 minutes on 400 degrees. So I'll be right back to show you what that looks like once I pour it in there. All right, so I've incorporated the butter into the Dutch baby mix. So now we're gonna pour this right into our Dutch oven. I'm telling you guys, if you don't have a Dutch oven, a cast iron skillet works just as well. Just make sure that you leave plenty of butter in the bottom of your cast iron skillet so your Dutch baby doesn't stick. All right. I love this recipe, man, just because it's so simple. Like, it really is. And it comes out really cool looking. So, and the kids, so I offered this to my kids yesterday. 2 of them made it, and one was like, I don't know what that is. And then next thing you know, here she is eating it and it's gone. So it is really delicious. Oh, and I do want to shout out my lovely wife. Today is our anniversary too. All right, so there we go. We're gonna let this go for 20 minutes in a 400 degree oven. Welcome back, family. So I've just pulled the Dutch baby out of the oven, and it is beginning to cool off. Now, before it cools off, I'm gonna take a little powdered sugar. This is about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and I'm just gonna dust this. Why am I dusting it now? Well, while it's warm, what's gonna happen is this powdered sugar is going to stick to it and won't create that big of a mess. If you let it cool off, it doesn't stick as well. All right, so now we got our powdered sugar on our Dutch baby. Now the next thing we're gonna do is continue to let this cool off. So as this cools off, what's gonna happen is it's literally gonna cool off. Then we're gonna scoop it out of here with a spatula and put it on the plate. I'm gonna cut it up into pie slices, and then I'm gonna top it with some strawberries and blackberries. Now, these strawberries and blackberries, all I did is put just 2 tablespoons of lemon juice on here, 1 tablespoon of sugar, stirred it around, put it in the fridge. And as you can see, there's a little bit of juice in there, so we're gonna use that juice as well to kind of go on top of the Dutch baby. So I'll be right back once this cools off in about maybe 7 or 8 minutes and show you guys how to plate this. So what I did is I just kind of worked my spatula underneath this. Let me show you. I've got a pretty long spatula here. The spatula is just about as long as the pan. So, I mean, if you don't have that, that's fine. What I'd recommend is the 2 spatula method. Get your smaller spatula on the one side and the other one on the other side. Or if you are skilled enough to just do it with 1 small spatula. But all I'm going to do is pick the Dutch baby up and drop it right on my plate. Then we're going to cut this bad boy and enjoy it. But as you can see, nothing's left in the pan. I mean, a few crumbs or whatnot, but it's pretty much. And as you can see, I do have 2 different spatulas here. So whatever you have available is what you need to use. So now I'm about to cut this, add the berries on top, and show you guys how delicious this is actually going to taste. Man, it looks good. It smells good too. Family, you know this is my favorite part. Well, yeah, this is absolutely my favorite part, the taste test. All right, so here we go. Yes, I have 2 plates on the table. One is for me and one is for my lovely wife. Today is our 1-year anniversary. She hates being on camera, so you ain't gonna see her face, but she's here with me. I love you, baby. So, here is our Dutch baby, topped with the strawberry and blackberry mix. So remember, on these strawberries and blackberries, just a tablespoon of lemon juice, tablespoon of sugar. Let that hang out in the fridge until your Dutch baby's cooled off and you're ready to eat it. And then just put them on top, pour a little bit of the juice on top, and then I topped it with a little bit more powdered sugar. So here we go. This is not a waistline friendly breakfast item, all right? All right, I don't know of any French food that's waistline friendly, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Here goes the taste test. The blackberries, the Dutch baby, the powdered sugar is going down. So delicious. Really light. You get the lemon that's in the Dutch baby, a little bit of the lemon juice that's on the strawberries, on the blackberries, the sweetness. It's really subtle. It's not overpoweringly sweet. This is a really, really, really good breakfast item. So, family, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Funk Up the Flavor with Chef D Night. Now, before I go, I always try to leave you guys with something positive. So, in the midst of everything that's going on, man, like this may be an opportunity for somebody to flourish. You know, every situation that happens in life does not mean that the red light is there. It doesn't mean that it's time for you to stop what you've always been doing. So figure out a way to just kind of reformulate and retool yourself. So once this coronavirus or COVID-19 situation is over, you can come out better than what you were when this whole situation started. Take this time to really focus on yourself, focus on your family, you know, your children, your spouse. Do some things that are actually going to help enhance you. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the things that you can't control. So once again, this is Chef D Night of Date Night Catering with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. Drop the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tell me what you think. So family, love you and thank you so much for tuning in. And once again, happy anniversary to my lovely wife, Colleen. She is thebomb.com. And let me show you guys her plate. So here go mine because I took one bite and that's hers. Just so you know, she here at the table with me. All right. Thanks, family.